Universal Studios Florida has announced the closure of their largest roller coaster, Hollywood Rip Ride Rockit. However, a paper trail has been uncovered which is pointing towards an even larger Intamin-built replacement to take its place. In this video, we will break down what is happening at the original Universal Orlando Park and what we expect them to build for a likely opening year of 2027. Hollywood Rip Ride Rockit opened at Universal Studios Florida in 2009. However, it was never the hit attraction that the park and Maurer, its manufacturer, were hoping for. The coaster was plagued with issues from the get-go, including issues with its lift hill, persistent valleying, and a shaky ride experience. The coaster was never extremely popular either, and its average wait times, according to QTimes.com, have dropped off continuously for the last 4 years, although that could also perhaps be due to an improvement in operations. However, outside of a select few such as Airtime Thrills, who ranks this coaster inside his top 25, I've never heard of any coaster enthusiasts who really even mention it when talking about the coasters at the Universal Orlando Resort. It failed to even surpass Incredible Hulk when it opened, and it has now been dwarfed even more by Hagrid's Motorbike Adventure and Velocicoaster, all of which are located at Islands of Adventure. This, combined with the opening of the World of Harry Potter at Islands of Adventure, has really led to IOA becoming the dominant park at the resort, with studios taking a back seat. Plus, Universal's massive new park, Epic Universe, featuring the massive mock dueling multi-launch coaster Stardust Racers, is slated to open in May of this year. Given all of these factors, Universal evidently decided it was time to remove Rip Ride Rockit and build a larger and more popular coaster. As we said before, there is evidence that Intamin will be the manufacturer of this new coaster and that it will be even larger than Rip Ride Rockit. Universal filed a notice of commencement with Orange County, showing that Intamin will be the contractor on a project which will encompass the Rip Ride Rockit plot of land plus some additional land which was included in the filing. Now, this notice was filed even before the closure announcement of Rip Ride Rockit, and now it seems even more likely that Intamin will indeed be constructing a replacement for the coaster. Now the question becomes, given this land they have to work with, what kind of coaster will this be, and what kind of elements will they incorporate into the layout? My current guess is that it will be an Intamin vertical launch coaster. There have been sightings of light blue track at an Intamin facility in Europe. This is the same color used in Intamin's renderings of the vertical launch coaster. However, this could just be a coincidence with the colors, or that specific coaster could be going to a different park. Plus, would Intamin already be fabricating track pieces for a coaster that will not open until 2027? I'm not an expert when it comes to manufacturing roller coasters, but that would seem to be really early to be manufacturing track to me. However, I do think that an Intamin vertical launch coaster is the perfect replacement for this attraction. The vertical launch could pay homage to the original coaster on the site. I believe this would also differentiate it enough from Velocicoaster. I just hope that the rest of the layout would offer something completely different from Velocicoaster as well. Maybe Intamin could come up with some new unique inversion and element combinations, and maybe even some new airtime moments. No matter what Intamin does, however, I think this ride will be absolutely fantastic. Intamin and Universal have been on a roll with all of their recent additions. Hagrid's Motorbike Adventure and Velocicoaster are outstanding Intamin creations that both the park and public love. And now Hollywood Drift Coaster will open in 2026 at Universal Studios Hollywood, which will be an Intamin spinning coaster. That is set to be one of the best coasters in all of California and possibly even the United States when it opens. So we will see if Intamin and Universal can once again cook up a world-class coaster. Personally, I think the vertical lift coaster is the more likely option, but a large-scale spinning coaster would still be completely unique to Orlando's part of the country. I would be really intrigued to see if they would utilize similar elements to what they are using in Hollywood Drift, or if they would go with a little bit of a different route. I doubt they would really go anything towards the direction of a family coaster at all, especially considering that Rip Ride Rockit was most definitely not a family coaster. Also, perhaps this really gives Intamin the chance to compete with the Mach Extreme spinning coaster, which at this point also only has 2 installations. One of those is Time Traveler at Silver Dollar City in Missouri, and the other is Ride to Happiness at Plopsaland in Belgium. Perhaps we will have 2 manufacturers competing in the high-thrill spinning coaster market for years to come. Overall, I'm excited to see what we are going to get from Intamin and Universal for this new project. We've seen what happens when these 2 companies work together, and they've given us 2 masterpieces in the last 6 years, and it looks like they are going to produce another. We will be sure to update you with any new developments on this project. Make sure to leave your thoughts about this possible new coaster in the comments down below, and as always, thanks for watching.